And every time around this season, it's always a discussion. People always have their thoughts. What will you say on these points?
In spirit and in truth is what I always say. Real always connects. Truth, you can't avoid truth, you can't avoid real. And as you travel the globe, you will experience the real essence of a nation in their food, in how they dress, and in the music that they listen to, the way they dance, the accent. You can listen to somebody's accent and tell if they are from a certain island or nation. And you can also listen to that accent and say you're singing half-baked with accent, you're singing fresh water. So when you listen to hardcore, authentic Caribbean folk worship, it may not be American. It wouldn't sound like that. When you hear that reggae, you know Jamaican. When you hear that soca, you know Caribbean. When you hear zouk coming out of Martinique, yeah, you say, yes, that's authentic, that's real. And when you hear them worship that way, it's spirit and truth. It's spirit and it's real. It's who they are, it's how they grew up, it's the environment that they grew up in. And again, I grew up in that environment where the guitarist, the drummer, the keyboardist, the guy playing the brass, they were the pastor's children, but he did not hinder them from learning Trinbagonian styles of music, which was calypso, and giving it that bounce and giving it that real flavor. When I travel to England, they don't want to hear anything but the real hardcore authentic Caribbean stuff. If I try to sing any other thing, they say, well, you're not coming back next year. We invited you to sound like Trinbagonian. Spirit and in truth. Sound like real hardcore Trini for us. And for 10 years straight, they invited us back to hear 1 or 2 or 3 songs, same songs. Waving Thing, Magnet, all inclusive, that's all they want to hear. So in spirit and in truth can be interpreted several ways, but the way I see it is, be true to who you are. Be true to who you are. If you're from the Philippines, let me feel something Filipino in you. Let me hear something Filipino. If you're from India, let me hear something Indian in you. If you're from Jamaica, if you're from wherever, if you're from down south, Mississippi, I am going to hear Mississippi in you. If you're from Minnesota, hey, I ain't looking for Mississippi in you because that's not where you're from. So that's my take on culture and being true to who you are.